Hey everyone, by now you know that I am Serra, the host of the Explore More Summit, and this is the closing remarks video. You probably saw my email by now, and you probably saw my note in the workbook if you participated in the 2017 Explore More Summit. And so I want to begin by thanking you for being here, for showing up, for sharing yourselves, for commenting, for asking hard questions, for saying when you felt really unseen or triggered or challenged, because some of these ideas run very counter to so much of what's out there. And that's the point of this summit, right? By exploring our more, that requires us to step outside of our comfort zone, that requires us to step outside of our smaller experience and consider that there may be experiences out there that we never even thought about. And that can feel really confronting. It can also be really scary to look inside of ourselves and realize that maybe we're not broken. Maybe there are options. Maybe there are people like us. And so I just thank you so much for being here. Even if your participation in the summit was watching a single video and just kind of energetically being here and allowing yourself to just kind of sit in one thing, one new thought or one new idea or one little moment of permission. I also want to offer a huge thank you. I mentioned this in the workbook too, to my incredible husband. He made sure that I got to bed and had rest while he stayed up many nights without any sleep working on this and helping me. And in moments when I feel insecure or unsure of where to go, he constantly cheers me on. And so to you, Alex, I want to say thank you. And thank you to all of the speakers for sharing all of your wisdom, your ideas, your stories, for being so vulnerable with all of us. I want to just offer a couple of things about what's coming up next. So I am about to go right into planning mode for a small summit this summer for all of you so that we can explore our more than just once a year. And the goal is to create a really beautiful trauma intensive. So a smaller summit that's only a couple of days long where we focus all about trauma and healing and resilience and feeling supported and seen. I have lots of ideas, so we'll see where that goes. I've already scheduled an office hours in the Facebook group. So if you're part of the group, be sure you check that out. March 31st for 24 hours, there will be a thread that I start where we are going to ask our questions and revisit some of the big ideas from the summit. You can ask for resources. You can ask me for advice on anything, and I will be there. I will also have some of my own questions for all of you as prompts so that we can kind of continue preparing for change, which Elle Chase mentioned in her video that Tristan Taramino had told her. So one of the things I just want to offer is, for a lot of us, some of these ideas and concepts are very familiar. And so there may just be little reminders that came up that we want to just sit in. Give yourself permission to just create gentle little reminders to, come back to the group for support and to check in. I'm going to be doing some replays of some of the talks over the next couple of months. I'm going to be sending out monthly little mini workbooks and prompts just to keep all of us kind of plugged in and leveling up. I'm going to be doing some Facebook Live videos, so keep an eye out for that. But for some of us, myself included, some of the things that came up in some of these talks were big, were radical, were confronting, were really scary. Things I had never thought about before. Realizing that maybe some of the work I've done in the past or the advice that I've given in the past wasn't the best that it could have been. And so I really want to invite you. The purpose of this summit and this space is for all of us to get uncomfortable and to get uncertain and to ask those really tough questions and then to sit in that together, because none of us are alone in this. And we can't create the change that the world deserves, that all of us deserve, if we're not willing to do those really uncomfortable things. I also just want to mention, Being a sex educator, as you heard in Tristan's talk, is pretty hard in this world. It's not easy to make money. It's not easy to get people to even admit that they need help. And often people don't even know where to look. So sometimes it's hard to find us because we are not allowed to advertise on social media at all if you're in any way related to sex. And so if you're interested in supporting me, and if you really loved the summit, tell a friend, share the summit on your Facebook page or on Twitter, or when you're having conversations with family members or friends or even kids. A couple of people emailed saying they've been sharing parts of the talks with some of their children so that they can have conversations. Please share this. I think the more people who get a chance to see even just the trailers, the more we're going to have people who want to have these conversations and ask these questions. And that helps me so that I can create more content and be available for all of you to keep asking these tough questions and creating this space. I also have a weekly podcast that you can check out called Sex Gets Real. It's a little bit fun and silly and quirky. I answer all kinds of listener questions and I talk to experts like many of the ones that you heard at the summit. And I also have a Patreon for the show. So share the summit with your friends or pop over to the Patreon for Sex Gets Real. So many of you already contributed so much to me. Like, I'm feeling stretched and I'm feeling cracked open from all of you. So thank you for being here, and know that this is in no way the end. We have some amazing activities and webinars and replays and new workbooks and questions planned for the next couple of months. And then I will be in summit planning mode. And of course, Explore More 2018, I'm already looking ahead to it. Thank you so much for being here with me. Of course, you can find me in the Facebook group over on my Facebook page. And I look forward to preparing for more change with all of you and exploring all of our mores, as uncomfortable or as fun or as playful or as bizarre as that might be. So thank you so much. My heart feels very full. I will talk to you soon. Bye.